You're watching this News 9 special. I'm Jonathan. Rajagopalanagar cops engaged in an encounter on Sunday morning. The accused was a wanted rowdy sheeter in several police stations. But what he did in his last case will really leave you shocked. Take a look to know what we are talking about. Look at the crime scene here. Look at the rounds of bullets fired. Look at blood and weapons on the floor. What do you think happened here? Well, the Rajagopalanagar cops engaged in an encounter here on Sunday morning. Yes, you heard that right. This is where the cops encountered a notorious rowdy sheeter after he tried to escape. This is Srinivas aka Rowdy Sina. Rowdy Sina is a wanted rowdy in several police stations across Bengaluru. He has been involved in at least a dozen cases, including an attempt to murder, extortion and harassment. But the main reason why the cops were behind him was because of his involvement in a serious case that took place on the 4th of February. Look at all these autos. See how they have been vandalized? Who do you think was involved in it? But why did he do something like this? Maybe a rivalry? Well, that is where this case gets really peculiar. Look at this woman. She is Nayana. We have blurred her face to conceal her identity. She was a victim of harassment and a harasser was Sina. Telling you about Nayana and her family is vital to this story. Nayana, a garments factory worker, lived in Kapilanagar in Rajagopalanagar limits. This is her husband Ranganath, an auto driver. Nayana and Ranganath had shifted to this house in Rajagopalanagar a few years ago. The couple did not have any children of their own. They had adopted a child. Rowdy Sina was at the peak of his power in the area when the couple moved in. It was common for Sina to hit on women in the locality. It did not bother him if they were married or if they were minors. When he expressed this interest in a woman, his henchmen ensured their boss had a chance. And the latest victim of Sina's perversion was this woman. Yes, Sina had taken a liking for Nayana. He had tried to strike a conversation with her and get a phone number on many occasions. But Nayana had heard about Sina and avoided his advances. She had even told her husband about him, but the couple decided not to do anything about it as they were aware of the power Sina wielded in the area. Sina too kept trying to get her phone number but was unavailable to do so successfully. But then one of his henchmen had the perfect plan. They got hold of Nayana's child. They thrashed the child to tell them their number. The child, not knowing of the consequences, told Sina's henchmen her number. Mission accomplished. Yes, that is what Sina thought. He had a number and he was going to ensure he had Nayana too. At least that's what he wanted. But Nayana had been very careful about whose calls she picked. She had blocked Sina's number the moment she found out who it was. But Sina couldn't handle the rejection. So he decided he was going to harass the woman and make her pay for what she had done. He gave Nayana's number to all his henchmen. He told them that she was a sex worker. He prompted them to call her and ask her how much she charged for an hour. Yes, that is exactly what his henchmen started doing. Nayana started getting at least 30 calls from unknown numbers every day. The men asked her if she was available to provide sexual favors for them. They even asked her what her going rate was. Nayana was severely upset. At first she thought someone was playing a dirty prank on her. But when Sina called her and asked her the same question, she was convinced that he was the culprit behind the harassment. She waited for her husband to return home that day. so she could tell him what happened. But Ranganath was not interested to listen to her story. He had noticed her on the phone several times. He too had suspected her of having an affair and questioned her morals. Instead of helping his wife deal with the situation, he ended up thrashing her. He had even left the house after the fight. Now it was just Nayana and her son who lived in the house. The calls did not stop. In fact, the threats got scarier after the rowdies said they would harm her husband. Nayana had no way of contacting her husband and letting him know of the danger. Nayana had no choice but to confess to her child about the situation. The child took up the role to be the man of the house and call the rowdies. He threatened the rowdies and asked them to come in front of their house if they had the guts. The men on the other side of the line were not scared. They told the child that the cops couldn't touch them even if they were to register a complaint. In fact, they even threatened to kill Ranganath. The family knew if they budged now, they would be in a lot of trouble. So in a fit of rage, they challenged Sina and his henchmen. This is when at least 9 rowdies, including Sina, came to the street in Kapilanagar. They had Nayana's phone number, but they did not know exactly which house she lived in. One thing they knew was that Ranganath was an auto driver. So they thought if they damaged his auto, the family would come down. But there were at least 11 autos in the vicinity. Which one was his? So they decided to break the windshields of all the autos. Yes, that is exactly what they did. Just look at how many vehicles they have vandalized. In all, they vandalized at least 11 autos and 4 cars. The residents of the area were furious and called the cops immediately. The rowdies beat up some of the residents for calling the cops, but once they heard the sirens of the beat cops, they scrambled from the area. The cops came to the crime scene and found out of what had happened. They accessed CCTV footage around the locality and started their investigation. Before long, they had managed to find out exactly who was behind the incident.
ಇದೇ ತಿಂಗಳು 4ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರ ಉತ್ತರ ವಿಭಾಗದ ರಾಜಗೋಪಾಲನಗರ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣಾ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಕಪಿಲನಗರ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ಯರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 11 ಆಟೋಗಳು ಮತ್ತು 4 ಕಾರುಗಳನ್ನು ಜಖಂಗೊಳಿಸುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಿಡಿಗೇಡಿಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದರು. ನಂತರ ಕೆಲ ಕಾರ್ ಓನರು ಮತ್ತು ಆಟೋ ಓನರ್ಗಳು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಡ ಹಲ್ಲೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಓಡೋಗುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇದರ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಟ್ಟು 3 ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ರಾಜಗೋಪಾಲನಗರ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಖಲು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ.
Nayana and her child had witnessed what had happened outside their house. They had not come out because they knew the rowdies were armed with machetes. But when they were gone and the cops were outside their house, they knew this was the moment to express their situation to the cops.
ನಂತರ ನಾವು ತನಿಖೆ ಕೈಗೆತ್ತಿಕೊಂಡಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಯನ ಮತ್ತು ರಂಗನಾಥ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟೋ ಡ್ರೈವರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ರಂಗನಾಥ್ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥನು, ನಯನ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥವಳು ಅವಳು ಕೂಡ ಗಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಪೀಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋವಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ದಿನದಿಂದ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು. ನಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಯನ ಅನ್ನೋವಂಥ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗು ಏನಿದೆ ಆಕೆಗೆ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿರುಕುಳ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಮತ್ತು ನೀನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾ ನಾವು ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದು ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಕೆಗೆ ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ಕಿರುಕುಳ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕೃತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ.
After what Nayana had told them, the cops knew that Sina was the man behind the vandalism. But they wanted to know why they would want to vandalize all the autos in the area.
ನಯನ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಕರು ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ನಾವು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಜನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಆಕ್ರೋಶಗೊಂಡು ಸುಮಾರು 9 ಜನ, 2 ಆಟೋಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಬೈಕ್ ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಒಟ್ಟು 9 ಜನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಪಿಲನಗರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಸುಮಾರು 11 ಆಟೋ ಮತ್ತು 4 ಕಾರುಗಳನ್ನು ಜಖಂಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಲ್ಲೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಓಡೋಗಿರೋಂಥ ಪ್ರಕರಣ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿತ್ತು.
Once the cops had found out that the main accused was Sina, they started looking for Sina's boys. Soon enough, they had arrested 2 rowdies who were involved in the incident. The 2 men had given the cops enough information about Sina's whereabouts. Sina had not accepted that the cops would take the case so seriously. He was the kind of rowdy who had to lay low after being involved in an attempt to murder cases. This was a petty case as far as he was concerned, but that is not how the cops saw the case. The Rajagopalanagar cops wanted to ensure that they sent a message to all the vandals in the area. They were not going to be spared. So based on the information they had, the cops went to arrest Sina and his other accomplices. But Sina wasn't going to give up without a fight. When the cops reached the spot to make an arrest, Sina ambushed them and attacked a constable. The inspector had no choice but to pull out his service revolver and shoot at the accused. Inspector Dinesh Patil fired a warning shot in the air, but when Sina refused to surrender and continues to be hostile, he was shot in the leg.
ಇದರ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕಿರಣ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮನೋಜ್ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಆರೋಪಿಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ತನಿಖೆ ಮುಂದುವರೆದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಇತರೆ ಆರೋಪಿಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು 6 ಗಂಟೆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜಗೋಪಾಲನಗರ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ರು ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗಳು ಜಾಲಹಳ್ಳಿ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣಾ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಟೀಜ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ HMT ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಏಕಾಏಕಿ ಇದ್ದಂಥ 2-3 ಜನ ಓಡೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಗಳು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ ಅಲಿಯಾಸ್ ಸಿಗಡಿ ಸೀನಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥವನು ಈತ ಕಾಮಾಕ್ಷಿಪಾಳ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೊಲೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದ ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇವನ ಮೇಲೆ 4-5 ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋಷ್ಟು ದಾಖಲಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಸಿಗಡಿ ಸೀನಾ ಅನ್ನೋವಂಥವನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ವೀರಭದ್ರ ಅನ್ನೋನ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಲ್ಲೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓಡೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಹಲ್ಲೆಯನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಹಲವಾರು ಪ್ರಕರಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ 11 ಆಟೋ ಮತ್ತು 4 ಕಾರುಗಳನ್ನು ಧ್ವಂಸಗೊಳಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಕರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಆರೋಪಿನ ಹಿಡಿಯೋ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮರಕ್ಷಣೆಗಾಗಿ ರಾಜಗೋಪಾಲನಗರ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡು ಏರ್ ಫೈರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಗ್ಗದೆ ಅವನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಲ್ಲೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಓಡೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ ಬಲಗಾಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡು ಫೈರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನ್ನ ವಶಕ್ಕೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
While the cops managed to nab Sina, the main accused, at least 2 more of his henchmen managed to escape. But Sina was their main target and the cops had managed to nab him. But in the process, the cops also had some injuries. The accused and the injured cops were admitted to the hospital for treatment. They wanted a confession from him and they managed to get it too. Sina told the cops why he had vandalized so many vehicles.
ಈಗ ಈ ಲೇಡಿ ಏನು ನಯನ ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಭಾಳ ಕಿರುಕುಳ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ನೀನು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಾ, ನಿನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ನನಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡು, ನಿನಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಮಾರು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಳು ಒಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವತ್ತು ಅವಳು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳ ಮನೆ ಯಾವುದು ಅನ್ನೋಂಥದ್ದು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ಹೊರಗಡೆ 1-2 ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಪರಸ್ಪರ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮನೆ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ದ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ತಡ್ಕಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಆ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ರೋಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಈತ ರಂಗನಾಥ್ ಏನಿದ್ದಾನೆ ನಯನ ಗಂಡ, ಈತ ಆಟೋ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದು ಅವನ ಆಟೋ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗದೆ ದಾರಿಲಿ ಇದ್ದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಟೋಗಳಿಗೂ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದಿರೋಂಥದ್ದು ತನಿಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡುಬಂದಿದೆ.
Naina will be grateful to the cops for arresting her harassers. The cops have established that Naina is innocent and has no involvement in any kind of sex racket whatsoever. She was just a victim of harassment. But will her husband understand her situation now that the matter has been cleared is a question only time can answer. Sina's arrest must serve as a deterrent for his henchmen to stay away from Naina and her family. The cops know exactly who the other accused are. It is only a matter of time until they are all nabbed.
ಆಕೆದೇನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಕೆ ರಂಗನಾಥನ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಂಸಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಮತ್ತು ಗಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪರಿಚಯಸ್ಥರ ಹತ್ರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸದಿಂದ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಹೋಗೋದು ಬರೋದು, ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಳೋದು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲದರ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಉಳಿದ 8-9 ಜನ ಆರೋಪಿಗಳೇನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಅನ್ನೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಈಕೆ ನಂಬರ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಇವನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ನೀನು ಗಂಡಂಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಿನಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನೀವೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ ಕಡೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಳ ಹ್ಯಾರಾಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವರು ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯಪುರ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಮಾಕ್ಷಿಪಾಳ್ಯದ ಹುಡುಗರು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ.
The cops have managed to give Naina some relief now. The victims of vandalism will also be happy knowing that the accused have been nabbed. It will be interesting to see what action the law will take against Sina and his henchmen once they are all arrested. Rajagopalanagar for News 9 Bengaluru.